Men might easily fall into the trap of pursuing women. The search for romance sometimes devolves into a draining and perhaps frantic endeavor. But what if I told you there was a more effective method to handle relationships? What if you could achieve fulfillment and happiness without pursuing love from others? This pursuit of knowledge brings us to the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, a way of thinking that may support you in maintaining your composure, developing respectful relationships, and gaining perspective. Ancient Greek philosophy and Stoicism offer a foundation for living it has endured over time because to its relevance to many facets of life, including relationships, and is guided by reason, morality, and self-control. In this video, we'll examine how one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, might motivate you to reconsider how you view women's love and the quest for happiness. Knowing the drive to see why pursuing women might not be the best course of action, let's examine the psychology of it first. Due to social pressures, evolutionary inclinations, or personal fears, many men feel driven to pursue women. Men may believe that they must continuously prove themselves by ostentatious shows of devotion as a result of society's frequent exaltation of the image of the relentless hunter, who incessantly pursues the object of their passion. Constant pursuit and even manipulation, yet Stoicism teaches us to stand back, think, and halt on the effects of what we do. In his reflections, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said that in the context of seeking women, one should embrace death rather than loathe it, because nature wills it like everything else. This might be seen as a lesson to accept things as they come and not push them into desperation. A relentless pursuit frequently has unforeseen effects, such as strained relationships, unmet ambitions, and damaged self-esteem. The pursuit of external things, like women, is not the final aim of the Stoic route to satisfaction. Rather, it is the development of inner strength and resilience by concentrating on what we can control. Regardless of the situations outside of our control, we may achieve pleasure and joy. This kind of thinking pushes us to concentrate on changing ourselves rather than attempting to alter other people or our surroundings. On this journey to inner transformation, Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic par excellence, offers priceless advice. He exhorts us to stop wasting time debating what a decent man ought to be in the framework of relationships. This entails being the greatest versions of ourselves rather than pursuing women or attempting to shape someone else into our dream spouse. Concentrate on developing your character, improving yourself, and being a man of integrity and morality. Morality in partnerships. Living in conformity with reason and moral values is highly valued in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius tells us that the quality of your ideas determines how happy your life will be. This idea is particularly pertinent when it comes to relationships rather than pursuing women. Instead of seeking women, work to develop virtue inside yourself by practicing self-discipline, intelligence, courage, and justice. These qualities will not only improve you as a person, but also increase your attractiveness to possible partners. Permit them to be attracted to the virtues that virtue fosters. Taking up self-control. One of the main lessons of Stoicism is the value of self-control. Being able to regulate your emotions and impulses is crucial to leading a Stoic existence. You must avoid seeking women out of neediness or rapid gratification, satisfaction. Self-control allows you to maintain your composure and emotional stability, which are crucial in any relationship. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength in the context of relationships. This means realizing that you can control your reactions and emotions even if you can't control the actions or feelings of others. Honoring individuality. Chasing women frequently entails disregarding their autonomy and preferences in favor of your own needs and wants. In contrast, Stoicism teaches us to value each person's independence and uniqueness via his thoughts. According to Marcus Aurelius, everything is fine with me, which is appropriate for you, universe. Nothing is too early or too late for me. Everything happens in proper time for you. This insight serves as a reminder that we are all a part of a greater cosmic order, and our goals should follow that order rather than pursuing women. The skill of endurance in pursuing women. Being impatient may be a major obstacle. The need for immediate fulfillment frequently results in impetuous behavior and poorly thought-out choices. Stoicism encourages patience and serves as a reminder that certain things are worth waiting for. Marcus Aurelius once said that the secret is to surround yourself with positive people who inspire you and make you want to be your best self, rather than rashly pursuing women, and provide time to show how compatible and connected you really are. Stoicism and rejection. In the realm of dating and relationships, being rejected is a frequent and frequently unpleasant event. Many men view rejection as a personal setback to their self-worth, which causes them to become angry, depressed, and frustrated. Stoicism presents an alternative viewpoint on rejection. According to Marcus Aurelius, if you reject your sensation of harm, the harm will go away. This Stoic concept exhorts us to accept rejection as a chance for personal development and advancement, rather than as a sign of failure or an assault on our self-worth. Rejection is simply a part of life's natural flow and does not determine your worth as a person. This highlights the need of perspective. Stoicism highlights how crucial it is to keep a logical and balanced viewpoint on life's obstacles and relationship victories. This entails not tying your pleasure to how your pursuit of women turns out. Instead of pursuing women as a means to an end, find happiness in the present and the relationships you already have, creating meaningful connections. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you wake up in the morning, think about what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This perspective reminds us that life is a gift, and our happiness should not depend on external factors. Stoicism teaches us that genuineness and respect for one another, not pursuing women, are the keys to the most meaningful and enduring relationships. Endeavor to establish sincere and meaningful connections. Spend no more time debating what a decent man ought to be, according to Marcus Aurelius. In relation to relationships, V1, this entails acting sincere and real while interacting with women. Being the finest version of yourself will draw others who value and respect you for who you are. This is the power of satisfaction. Stoicism emphasizes finding satisfaction inside oneself, rather than looking for it in other people or things. This viewpoint may significantly alter how we approach relationships. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that all we need to have a happy life is found inside ourselves, in our perspective on relationships. Consequently, pursuing women true contentment comes from within, by developing an attitude of thankfulness and acceptance, freedom from attachment. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the idea of freedom from attachment to external things. This concept is especially pertinent to the pursuit of women. Seeking happiness is a futile endeavor. In the context of relationships, Marcus Aurelius stated that the best form of retaliation is to be unlike the person who caused the injury. This means that when faced with rejection or disappointment, seeking retribution or revenge is not the Stoic course of action. Rather, one should practice freedom from attachment, let go of the need for outside validation, and find strength in independence. According to Marcus Aurelius, the best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that in the context of love. Stoicism offers a distinctive viewpoint on relationships and love, and it inspires us to develop a love that is moral, unselfish, and enduring. Putting aside the trivial games and dramas that are frequently connected to dating and relationships in favor of a love that is founded on respect, understanding, and selflessness, and adopting Stoicism in practice rather than pursuing retribution or manipulation. After discussing the Stoic ideas that might help you stop pursuing women and adopt a more satisfying relationship style, let's look at some doable ways you can put these lessons into practice. Introspection. Begin by setting up time for introspection. Understanding your own motives, ambitions, and vulnerabilities requires this discipline, which is a cornerstone of Stoicism. Take some time to reflect on your previous relationships, the trends you've observed, the reasons they worked or didn't work, your expectations, and how they impacted the result. Number 2, being aware of your own feelings and mental processes will enable you to make better logical choices in the future. Marcus Aurelius said that instead of wasting time debating what a decent man ought to be, you should focus your energies on improving yourself and being the best version of yourself. Third, seek interests, knowledge, and personal development that fulfill you and strengthen your character rather than trying to impress others. Develop patience in all facets of your life, since impatience frequently leads to rash judgments and actions while pursuing women. Realize that the best things come to those who wait. Being patient enables you to make more deliberate and sensible choices, particularly when it comes to relationships. The fourth, develop thankfulness when pursuing women. It's simple to concentrate on your shortcomings rather than your blessings. Yet, as Marcus Aurelius said, very little is more important than gratitude. Need to have a happy life. It all lies in your mindset. Every day, spend a minute to consider your blessings. This exercise will help you discover satisfaction inside yourself and lessen the desire to pursue things. The fifth piece of external validation is to respect women's autonomy in your contacts with them. It's important to recognize that everyone has their own goals and life pathways, rather than attempting to influence or force someone to follow your wants. Honor their uniqueness. If someone isn't interested, go on politely and without bitterness. Number 6. Reframe rejection. As we previously stated, rejection is a natural part of life and does not define your value. When you experience rejection, adopt the Stoic mentality of viewing it as a chance to improve and utilize it to fortify your self-control and resilience. Rejection is only a situation that can teach you and make you a better person. It doesn't represent your personality or worth. Seventh place, create connections that are meaningful. Put more effort into creating deep friendships rather than chasing women. Building a strong foundation built on respect and understanding between the two of you will result in more fulfilling and long-lasting relationships. Approach every encounter with sincerity and respect. Be sincere and demonstrate interest in the person you are connecting with. Let go of external validation at number 8. Stoicism emphasizes the value of seeking approval. Instead of looking for it from other sources, within ourselves, develop inner strength and self-sufficiency to overcome the need for continual attention or acceptance, which will eliminate the urge to seek validation from other people or relationships. Practice number 9, emotional restraint. Gain the capacity to regulate your feelings and responses. When it comes to relationships, Stoicism emphasizes the need of remaining composed and logical even in trying circumstances. Emotional control will enable you to handle complicated dynamics with grace and integrity. Number 10. Pursue virtuous love and adopt the Stoic concept of virtuous love, which entails concentrating on wisdom-based love. Justice, bravery, and self-control make it your goal to cultivate a grounded love. With regard to selflessness and moral values, as opposed to the desire to run, enjoys the Stoic viewpoint on committed partnerships. As we've discussed, Stoicism may help you adopt a more balanced dating style and steer clear of pursuing women. It's equally important to think about how these lessons might influence long-term partnerships, since, as we've already covered, enduring partnerships need a dedication to the same Stoic values. Accept virtue in a Stoic manner. Living a good life is centered on virtue. To apply this in long-term partnerships, make sure your choices and deeds are, with the help of discernment, justice, bravery, and self-control, the objective is to be a good partner and look for a comparable good character. Look for a comparable moral nature in your second significant other. Keep your composure. Not only is self-control crucial while pursuing women, but it's also critical for managing emotions over a long-term relationship, particularly during difficulties and disagreements. Stoicism encourages you to stand back, evaluate the circumstance logically, and react with restraint rather than haste. The third tip is to practice patience, because long-term partnerships will always provide obstacles. Stoicism emphasizes the virtue of patience, which requires you to acknowledge that not everything will go as planned and that certain problems may take time to resolve. Number 4. Resolve patience enables you to withstand storms and value the relationship's developing process. Respect autonomy in the same way as you respect women's autonomy while pursuing partnerships, and in a long-term relationship, continue to value your partner's autonomy and uniqueness. Mutual respect and support for one another's decisions and life pathways are the cornerstones of wholesome partnerships. The fifth number. Even in committed partnerships, rejection can manifest itself in a variety of ways, including conflicts, shifting viewpoints, or emotional shifts. Number 6. Stoicism urges you to accept rejection or setbacks with grace and turn them into chances for both individual and relationship improvement. Cultivate deep ties. As your relationship develops, keep laying the groundwork for deep relationships. The foundation of a strong, long-term relationship is mutual respect, shared ideals, and open and honest communication. Aim for a long-term, sincere, and satisfying relationship. Number 7. Find contentment within. In a long-term relationship, you should not rely on your partner to bring you constant happiness or fulfillment. Instead, you should continue to cultivate contentment within yourself and share that sense of inner peace with your partner. Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes from within, regardless of external circumstances. Keep your attachment-free status. Sometimes, long-term partnerships can result in an unhealthy degree of connection. It may be harmful to both parties. Even when you are devoted to a relationship, Stoicism suggests keeping your feeling of independence from commitment to other forces. This independence enables you to love your spouse without relying on them to make you happy. The 9th. Adopt Stoic love in a committed partnership. Stoicism promotes the practice of what is sometimes referred to as Stoic love, which is defined by selflessness, understanding, and a dedication to your partner's welfare. It is a love that goes beyond simple desire and seeks to improve the lives of both parties. Number 10. Maintain emotional control. Your capacity to regulate your emotions is still present. While the early phases of a long-term relationship may be filled with enthusiasm, the long haul will put your emotional fortitude to the test. Stoicism gives you the ability to remain calm and reasonable even when dealing with complicated relationship dynamics. As you navigate long-term relationships, the Stoic principles you have studied provide a priceless manual for preserving a satisfying, respectful, and long-lasting partnership. Marcus Aurelius's teachings emphasize the value of virtue, self-control, patience, respect, and emotional poise. Apply these Stoic principles to your everyday life to build a long-lasting relationship based on respect, progress, and a deep connection. By doing this, you'll not only eliminate the urge to chase after ephemeral desires, but also create a bond that gives happiness and fulfillment for years to come. Adopt the Stoic approach to relationships and love, and keep in mind Marcus Aurelius's wisdom that your life's happiness is determined by the caliber of your thoughts. By putting these Stoic lessons into practice, you can cultivate a happy, long-lasting, and moral relationship in which you find contentment within yourself and share it with your